It's also very important to become very aware of your finger independence. Your finger independence is the real key to strength. A lot of times I'll see people playing and they'll do a scale like, but it sounds like, okay, kind of mushy and a little bit weak. You want to have each finger really be a little independent hammer. To get that happening, it's all about finger independence and strength. To practice that and to become aware of it, I would recommend the following. Play from C all the white notes up to G. Hold them all down. While you're holding them all down, make sure your wrist is relaxed, but make sure that your fingers feel like they're pulling in a little bit on the notes. At the same time as that, you want to feel like there's a little bit of a ball like under your palm. You don't want to be overly rounded. You don't want to break in your little joint there, but you want to kind of have a relaxed but firm grip on the keys. The other thing is don't have your elbow up real high and don't have it real low. It has to be fairly right angle with the keyboard and the wrist should be loose. It looks a little like this. Okay, with that in mind, then you want to take your fifth finger, lift it up, holding down all the other ones, lift it up as high as you can, not your whole arm, but just your finger, and then slam it down on the key. When you slam it down, don't move your arm. And don't turn it or anything. Now, do that with your fourth finger. Lift it up. I know it's hard to lift it up. If it doesn't come up as high as you think it should, well, take it very gently with the other hand and just give it a little tiny push up just to kind of help it a little bit and support it. And then see if you can hold it where you put it. And then come back down. And then do the same with your third finger. Do each one, 4 to 8 times on your own. Making sure not to get tight in the arm. If you need to, just move your elbow around for a second just to see if it's loose. Then put it back in place and try your second finger. Lift it up high and let it come down. Get some strength. And then your thumb. Again, don't do anything weird with your body. 4 to 8 times. And then after you get that done, do the same thing with your left hand. After you're done with that, put your fingers down again and try this. Try lifting up your fifth and your third fingers. So on the notes G and E, just those. And come down with those. Now do it with D and F. Hold everything else down. And now it's C and E. After you do that, then see if you can hold everything down and do like triplets between E and G. So da 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 da. Accent, accent, accent. Don't get your arm involved. The only thing your arm should do is if you look back at your arm, you could see that your tendons are kind of moving because they have to. Then 4 and 2. Everything else is held down. 3 and 1. Now finally, with the same notes all held down, see if you can lift the C, the E, and the G. Good luck. Just lift them all up and play the chord. Do it again. Now lift up D and F. Everything else is held down. Now back to C, E, and G. Now D and F. And try to alternate that. The beauty of this is that you can also practice this on your desktop. You don't need a keyboard around. I recommend it highly. If you're at school, just put your hand on your desk, put your whole arm down on your desk. Don't lift up your wrist, do anything weird, just keep it down, and then do the exercise where you just hold things down and just lift up your finger and play like that. It'll be almost as effective as playing the keyboard, in some ways more, especially if you hold your arm flat down on the desk and just use your fingers to do this exercise.